Was he in Big Trouble?
We're going
I don't
live.
think he was.
No,
No,
he's too
it's
young
just
for that.
just some random
show.
martial arts movie goofiness.
He was in Cannonball Run though.
He was.
Yeah.
Yes,
he was.
it was.
I have seen that
Yeah,
one.
cool
I've seen that
supercar.
one recently because I watched it.
That was pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
They didn't give him much to do,
but
he did it anyway.
But he did
and it
have a
was
fight
great.
scene, so I think,
And he did his own stunts.
I think by law.
And his own driving.
Yeah.
No, Jackie Chan did his own stunts.
Gasp.
This comes as a shock.
Actually,
Hey.
turn on
Sirenscape for all your music needs.
Twitch.
Somebody's been listening to Skid Mar. The
Who's that?
did you say who's that? How dare you? How dare you? I don't think you're allowed to play these games if you don't know who that is at this point, right?
Are you? No. I'm just, surely there are people out there that don't listen to GCP. We're a D&D podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they play pretty much everything, don't they? At this point.
You know, I've not really been super impressed with their new DM, the blonde guy. I forgot his name.
Jared.
Jared?
Jared, the guy that did Blades in the Dark and all that stuff. I don't like him.
Officially.
Well, it's just his style. I don't like. He's so off the cuff. Like wing this. You know, I'm gonna randomly roll if the doors open. Just stuff like that. I don't like that randomness to a game.
Plan everything.
That is your
always.
It
prerogative.
doesn't anger me or anything. Like, but you know,
I find his style
I am
infuriating.
furious about his life.
You'd buy him a beer.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'd sit down. I'd probably hang out with him. I just, you know,
Yeah.
I could be friends with somebody if I just absolutely detest them in a D&D situation.
But you never know what he's going to drink though. He'd be like, just bring me whatever, you know, or roll it.
I'll roll it randomly.
Yeah, roll a
and bring it to
d20
you,
and
you know?
bring me whatever the number says. Let's see.
I know some people enjoy that. Like they like the randomness of it, the kookiness of it.
Mhm.
I don't like playing kooky. I don't like playing like, you know, I do something really stupid and let's see how funny we can make it. Like I don't play that way, you know. I can't get into it, but I get that I'm probably a minority.
Let me make some notes to adjust my style then.
I'll just kill you.
I mean,
Matt does not like it when I'm random. Damn it!
fine.
That's my shtick.
let's see.
You do random well.
Yeah, we've got let's see, we've got Cow Art. I've seen Shelley.
Luminous Groove is in there.
Luminous Groove is there. Yeah. Who probably
Which
still
is-
hasn't
which is
rewritten
weird,
his
'cause-
character sheet for my game. But I'm not mad. Not mad at all. Just saying.
I gotta get the. I normally post an update. It's been 2 weeks since we've done this, and things have happened in that time, and I've forgotten what we do.
Yeah.
Well, I think-
Sirenscape. I was doing Sirenscape. Hang on.
Yes, you were doing so.
I think Verzon was like had commissioned a gate to keep this place closed.
Yes.
Yes.
Keep
You
evil
commissioned
in and evil out.
Yes, you had commissioned a gate from the blacksmith,
Mm-hmm.
and you had commissioned a lock from the locksmith.
And we've commissioned some smooth jazz from the smooth
And
jazz.
together,
Yeah. When in
combined their powers.
doubt, smooth jazz.
All right. Did we make it back down? Were we headed back down, or were we going to see Gelv? Or I don't remember.
Are we still on taking a break? It doesn't look like the screen's popped over.
I'm showing the big green puddle of goo.
What is that?
The map
Oh.
of the cave.
Okay. Maybe I'm not that
You're looking
big
at
on-
different things. I think
Oh,
Matt was talking about Twitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
Heath is talking about Roll20.
I'm
Oh.
still at. I'm
Seriously.
actually.
We've
We
done
don't-
like 50 of these. We're good at this, I promise.
All right.
Negative.
I have not switched over to the map, but I am
Nope.
now.
I hadn't switched over to the actual Twitch stream. I was still on the other thing.
Now we are on the map view, the map scene, as it were.
You know, the podcast of this must
This
be
is the-
riveting.
I imagine it
At least
is.
for the
Just gonna
first
say,
15,
this is-
20 minutes.
This is the reason you come to see us live, and also we don't edit, so you get it anyway.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I were decided to edit this for the podcast, there would not be a podcast. It just wouldn't happen. That's a lot of work
A
just
lot
to
of work,
cut
yeah.
out just some little nuances and BS here and there.
Isn't there a rule of podcasts and YouTube videos where you skip the first minute anyway?
Or
'Cause it's
20.
like, yeah, it's like intro and especially for
Oh.
YouTube videos that are sort of produced. It's like
Mhm.
you get the little jingle and the flippy screen and the last time on XYZ, it's like let's just
like
start.
a 5-minute preamble to what they're about to do for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the same thing for like the last 30 seconds. It's
Yeah.
like, don't forget to smash and grab and slap and
There's a
grab,
there's a bassist.
crawl,
He's
Don't
always
do any of those things.
roll, stagger.
there's a bassist on YouTube. I don't remember what his name. Davey, and that's what he's always. He's like, slap that like button. That's his.
well,
thing.
he's a slap bassist, right?
Yeah, he's the slap bassist.
It's like it's not slap, it's crap. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do not use a pick. He is so freaking funny,
He's hilarious.
and he's a fantastic musician.
He's hilarious.
Who's this?
Davey, it's some number like 514. I think so. He's a
I can't remember
something
but
like that.
Sounds
but
right.
he plays the electric bass, and his style is he slaps the strings. He doesn't pick them with a pick, and
Yeah.
he's hilarious. He does just this. I don't know this. He's very tongue in cheek about things, and
It's usually music focused,
Yeah.
but it's almost a variety show. It's cool, and he's really smart. He's got this sort of deadpan delivery. But like he had this one series a while ago where he was talking about bassists from around the world, and he would pick samples of like just amazing bassists from like Brazil or Japan or Singapore, whatever. And he would watch them play, and he would like play what they played and that kind of stuff. And I think the one from Singapore actually watched his show, and when he was watching the Singapore bassist play, he was making fun of Davey. Like he started using a pick, and he started doing stuff that pushes buttons. He's like, this guy must be stopped. It was really funny.
yeah, he's humorous. There's a couple of those musical folks on YouTube. Him and Charles Birchwood or something like that. That guy's amazing, but also entertaining. Those like Charles is like, I figure if I ever meet him and I squeezed him really hard, just music would come out. And it would be good too.
Some kind of music. Tuba music.
Yep. Highbrow humor here on the Age of Heroes
Yeah.
tonight.
Yes.
Excellent.
I had to do it.
Well, I'm looking at our stream, and it says that we're live and that we're also excellent. So we're doing something right, and Twitch approves,
Oh, okay.
right?
Excellent.
Is that how that works?
Uh-huh.
Is that a
Did it say
Is
they
that
didn't
a-
like the Mortal Kombat?
Simpsons excellent or a oh
Cricket-
shoot.
Bill and Ted.
Ninja
Bill and
Turtles.
Ted yeah.
I think it
can't
might be
play
our
guitar,
streaming
I've got-
quality.
You can only play air guitar right now, Mike. Or slide guitar. You have to put the little cylinder on your finger. And
Yeah, I just need one of those little music thimbles or whatever they're called.
I don't know what it's called.
Did we talk about the show Inside Job last time? I can't remember.
I don't know what it is, so probably not.
No, okay, so it's a show on Netflix.
Mhm.
It's a cartoon. It has sort of the same animation style of like, The Simpsons and those kinds of shows, but it's not by them.
Okay.
Anyway, it's really funny. It's only one season. It's got like, I don't know, 10 episodes, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the premise behind it is all conspiracy theories are true. So like in the very first episode, there's this whack dude out in front of the White House, like end of the world, talking about, chemtrails and lizard people and all this kind of stuff. And everyone's ignoring him. And This woman drives up, picks him up. He gets in. It's her dad. She's like, "Why are you doing this? You know, it's so embarrassing." Blah, blah, blah. So, you know, it starts off, you know, the guy's crazy.
Mhm.
And you get the dutiful daughter that's pulling him off the street and so on and so forth. Anyway, so she goes to work. He comes with him, scans her eyeball. She gets in the elevator, and they're going down. You see Sasquatch. You see the chemtrail machine. You see all this stuff.
Yeah.
And essentially, the organization she works for runs the deep state.
Yeah.
And it's all true. It's pretty funny.
That does sound.
Do they have the lizard
Add it to my
overlords
list.
in there anywhere?
Oh yeah, the lizard men are definitely there.
Excellent.
That's excellent.
But yeah, they're the deep state, and there's like, you know, the Dark Council or something. I can't remember what it's called. The Rogue Council that runs the deep state, and then the Illuminati is sort of like a competing organization, and Oprah is part of the Illuminati.
You know, all these conspiratorial organizations always have the coolest names. Like, they don't give cool names to like legitimate government, well, legitimate quote unquote, but government names that everybody knows about. It's
Cut the mic,
you know,
cut the mic, cut the
you
mic.
don't have the Illuminati of the United States. That would be a lot cooler, you know. Of course, then I guess I don't know. Stupid like Congress and senators, like that's boring as hell.
Oh, they're all part of the deep state, by the way.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Naturally. All right.
Guess it
So
depends on what state you're
Speaking
from.
of-
maybe.
deep south.
Speaking of underground fortresses filled with hell beasts.
Yes.
Nice segue.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, you guys actually succeeded in getting the schematic for the rod of water control up to the clerics of, or most of the clerics of Cauldron, and you save the day.
Hooray! Adventure over.
Then you went on to do a
The
few
city is
things
saved.
and discovered that your the two that you hired to find Keegan had found him and brought him back into town. You connected with him, and you created, or you had created, or are having created, an iron gate and a key to cover the entrance to this cavern, of which you're now all standing with your 3 henchmen currently, with the idea of clearing it out and potentially using it as a base, if I'm not mistaken. So here you are. You are at the entrance of what you know pretty well, this cavern, except for the back recesses and a couple of rooms in the back, and some of the watery areas to the south you haven't explored yet. You guys are here.
I'm
What
sure
you
it's
doing?
fine.
Everything's fine. Especially that creature that just caused you to slow down by its sheer presence. Those are
The
always
Skulven.
the Skulven. That is correct. You get inspiration for remembering.
Yes.
Score.
Let me just mark that on my sheet. I already had it.
There we go.
Should have saved that one till mid-episode. Like, oh, it's called Skulven. Oh,
It's better if I've earned it. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, it is. It works better.
So I think we were able to get a little bit of information on the Skulven thing, right? It's a fiend.
It is a fiend, and it's basically like the wildlife of the abyss. If you were to think of antelope or lions or, you know, something, just it is basically considered that kind of creature.
Grizzly bear. You know.
Grizzly bear, yeah, something, but just on a horrific scale of
T-Rex.
demons. Yeah.
I don't like where this is going, honestly.
Well, I'm in Australia. All wildlife is horrifying.
Right.
That's right. The whole country's out to kill you.
Even the dining room table. It's true.
Yeah, my tablecloth tried to kill me last week, so
Sent you to the hospital.
Tarathiel's in the back. Would we, as part of Caldron's research, would we have done any sort of prep before we came to fight this Skulven thing? Is there anything we could?
No.
If
Or
I
did we already go
remember,
through that? I don't remember.
he rolled well enough to kind of identify it, but not to know much about it, like its origin. But I even think that he asked about the slow thing. Was that a slow spell? What was going on with that? And the basic gist was, it just has this aura about it that things around it slow down, which seems to be maybe part of its hunting mechanism. It's stalking something, it slows down, and they can catch up with it. Nothing specific, no
So
like resistances or anything like that.
So the pointy bits go in its soft bits.
Yes.
Yes. Reduce its hit points to 0. You win.
Definitely follow the standard operation for killing things.
Hit it on the head several times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot! I forgot to update the episode to 56. This is 56, guys, not 55.
Gasp.
You
Anyway.
fool.
Anyway,
So what you're saying is we've started on the march to 57.
we're just going to replace last times with this times.
Yes.
Skip the whole saving the city.
Previously on this time. All right. Well, I don't want to go in there by myself, but I'm the only one that can walk on the wall.
And the
Well,
ceiling.
How
So
are
if-
you all?
If you roll
How
a
are you all
gritty
getting over there?
persuasion check, we could turn it into like a guard dog. That'd be pretty cool, right?
Yes, but then it would require feeding.
Souls, that's all right. I'm sure we
got
can
plenty
put
of them.
something. Yeah, we can work something out.
They grow on trees.
So which way
Do
do we
you
go
want me
for
to-
the...
You want me to chat this thing up?
I don't know. Do you believe it can be swayed to our side? He kind of looks over his, gives a side eye to the guys that are walking along with them.
Gives a side eye to the DM.
Let me check my charisma.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. You are quite magnetic
I
personality.
haven't washed my charisma today.
That's right.
I don't know. Probably not, now that I think about it. Being a fiend at all would probably be tough to tame.
All right. Then, Tarathiel, how do you suggest we get the lot of us over there? Is it easy to traverse?
I found it easy, but
Yes, but,
Tarathiel just walks up the wall.
yes, but we don't
Yeah.
have your
Like
slippers.
this.
I don't know. Did it look like somebody could like shimmy over there, get their hand over hand across the wall, or is that going to be quite
It's-
difficult? Or
I mean, it's rough hewn. It's rock climbable. It's definitely going to take a skill check, but it's not impossible. You guys have climbed many walls in the past adventures, like down with the Drakthar's little area. You climbed 60-foot walls.
we should have gone to Skies and seen if she had one of those little dingy things that you pull the cord and.
Sure, if you described it just like that, you may have found it.
All right.
Did you when you were on the wall the last time? You said it ran toward you. Could we just lure it over here? I mean, by us, I mean you. Lure it over here.
I could try. I'm not sure if it can climb the wall any better than we can, but at least from here we'd have a better escape if it came after us. Otherwise, we'd have to be climbing and fighting at the same time. Doesn't sound good.
No.
Didn't you say it was kind of slow?
It was. It looks very amphibious, but more apt for the water, like fins and tails. It looks, it did really move really slow. It moved about 10 feet at a time.
Like Sandy from Monkey Magic.
Just exactly like that.
I don't get that
I'm
reference.
just wondering if we can't just fill it full of arrows.
Oh, you've never seen Monkey Magic?
No.
That's a shame.
All right. Farazan's going
All right.
to move down with Tarathiel.
Okay.
See what it's going to take to get over to it. And we can't see. Can we see around that? I'm in charge of the map that everyone else can see. So why don't I look myself? if we were in or on the gondola, could we see it?
Well, if it was in sure. Yeah, I mean the gondola's open-sided
Mm-hmm.
enough to where you could use ranged weapons. It would just be a matter of actually being able to see it if your vision will reach that far, kind of thing.
Okay.
You've got your 3 henchmen. What's going on with those guys? It's your Sakuro, Ajar, and Thistle. What are you gonna do with us?
Come down and get your bow out. We're gonna hunt some fiends. A fiend, hopefully.
Do they each have a bow?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
They all 3 have bows,
They have to
arrows,
show 'em.
long swords,
They gather around
shields. They're ready to rock. So they all 3. The point just literally like you tell them to do it. They sheath their swords, pull their bows out, and they get ready.
All right. How about
Heath? Have you resummoned Pazel?
That's tragic. Yes. Yes,
okay.
I have.
Okay.
I'll mark that off my character sheet real quick.
Making sure, because I just didn't see her and we hadn't really talked about it. She got ate by a spider. Actually, by a etiquette. So from that angle, I know you're talking about going on to the gondola to do it, but like from that angle, you can't see around. I was checking your angle. You know, like you're blocked,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
not much of a way to see that far because the building's in the way.
See, that's the thing. If we're going to try and lure it around to here, it needs to like come to this corner before you guys can hit it.
So I was thinking, and Farazan will say this, is we could put the 3 of you with your bows into the gondola and move it out and over the water so that you would have a better vantage point while we lured it this way. And you could rain arrows down from afar until it, well, died.
And if they
Sure.
can see it, I can't see the far shore from halfway across.
Fair enough.
So the little ring around you is Tarathiel's
That's my
vision.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that anybody else can see it.
No, I can't see it.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Just me and the GM.
Mm-hmm.
let's see if I can affect that.
But yeah, I wouldn't be able to see it if we were in the gondola. I think pretty much the entire way. I can't see the shore.
Okay.
The gondola line is more than 60 feet from the shore.
Okay.
So we kind of need to lure it to the opposite beach, maybe, somehow. But I'm really not sure how to do that either.
There we go. That is Tarathiel's dark vision range.
Dark
So if
night
you-
vision. I'm
which is
Batman.
basically anybody's dark vision. So if you're on the gondola, it won't reach the shore.
Okay.
You won't be able to
Nope.
see in the dark at the shore without any assistance of light. You know, like
Right.
as it stands right now, you couldn't see them.
So okay. I have one more idea, and Farazan say this, and I'm gonna go back into the room there, the gondola control room, and he's gonna start checking the southern wall, along this room with the mechanism in it, and then in the room to the east, he's gonna go along every single wall, fine-tooth comb. Going to take his magical staff and just start, punk against the wall to see if he can find something.
Just okay. Give me a search.
Search.
Perception.
Perception. Okie doke.
And call that 5 minutes if you guys want to do anything in the meantime.
23.
I would like to send Pazel down to right about there.
Okay.
And take a look.
She has got a massive, and hers is like 120 feet.
120, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she has advantage on visual perception, I believe.
Did that show up?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Everything glows.
Yeah. That's her line of sight. Okay, I'm going to change the color just to have a slight difference. No, that's awful. No, that's not going to work.
It's autumn.
Pazel, did you have to go that much? I mean, that's...
Yeah, exactly.
Go with white.
That's a little better.
So
yeah.
she flies down, and she can see, like you said, everything. And let me open this up, because she can see the entire coast, if you want to call it that, the beach line, the bloody, nasty beach line, and she sees what I described a couple of weeks ago, the creature that's curled up in like a, like an animal curls up in a ball when it's sleeping and resting, and she sees it. Once I uncover it, you'll see it too.
I don't want to. Yeah.
Down by the southern shoreline.
Okay. All right. Well, I let everybody know. Hey, it's curled up on the beach, down there about the middle of the beach.
All right.
Turn that back off because it's pretty huge and oppressive.
Okay.
All right.
Boom salad.
And Fairzone got a 23 perception.
You don't find anything that you haven't seen already. So you don't see any doors, latches, knobs, cockroaches, anything.
Dang it.
La cucaracha. Nada.
It's really all I wanted was the cockroach.
Yeah, really.
I think Paizel's been farming this land dry on cockroaches, I think.
Probably. You're right.
Yeah. That and evil Paizel. What'd you name that thing?
Palesh.
Palesh. So is Pa mean something like summoned or?
So Pa, Cal, and Githyanki are abbreviated versions of proper names, and a lot of female names start with Pa.
Okay.
And that's just kind of where that comes from.
So these are both feminines.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Well, I'm kind of considering the same spirit. I don't know what's going to happen when I have both of them out. It's going to be a little weird, but interdimensional timey-wimey, it'll work.
All right.
Note to self: keep my eyes on Paresh. What was it?
Palesh.
Palesh.
Palesh. Yeah, at all times.
Pasta.
At all times. Okay. Fairzone comes back out and he says there are no entrances in that room as far as I can tell. I guess we should make our way along the side then, or does anyone have a better plan?
Matt, did you say it climbed the wall after Tarathiel?
It reared up, but it didn't start climbing up the wall. No.
Okay. All right.
Like it reared up on its back legs, kind of thing.
Okay. Well, Fairzone's going to pull out the pitons and the hammer and get a little bit of rope and start heading that way and putting some anchors in the wall.
Okay. I'm going to start here along the wall. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45. So that's going to be a good 10 anchors.
Okay.
Got it. All right. Just give me one athletics check first for the first getting the first one in.
Okay. 22.
22. All right. You get down the wall, you get the first one in, and you are secure. You can wrap a rope around it or whatever to secure yourself, like belay yourself or whatever. And so getting the rest of them, the other 9 will not require rolls.
Okay.
Because you're already secure. It might just take a little extra time if you like fumble. But the law of averages with your bonus is you're going to make it. The worst thing that happens is you swing down, have to climb back up. So you can't fail and have a bad outcome at this point.
Okay.
So, but that will take you a good, 20, 30 minutes. That's slow going sideways and adding the spikes every single 5 minutes or 5 feet.
Yeah.
Did you already have your 3 guys in the gondola halfway down? Was that still part of the plan?
Well, I think they're human, right?
Yeah, all 3 of them are human.
They're not going to be able to see.
True.
They won't be able to see to the shore, but if we put it like 30 feet away from this wall, they should be able to see it if it goes past.
But is it lit enough for them to see, or is it dark?
It's pitch in here, except for where you have light.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not going to be able to see.
Yeah, Fairzone's got the ever-burning torch, sovereign glued to his forehead at this point. So,
it's interesting
just
looking
follow along
like
behind us.
If you're in the darkness looking at a well-lit area, Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can see,
Mm-hmm.
is what I'm getting at.
You can see the target.
Like, the darkness isn't a barrier. It's just
Right.
absolutely, you know? So if you're down there and you have it well lit with your torch, that will allow them to see that area.
Yeah, yeah.
And target.
So, yeah, we'll post them in the
um,
bird's nest, and then we'll move along toward the bitey thing.
Assuming they're okay with that.
But that will be out of their, I think, I don't know what the first range increment is for a longbow.
It's pretty far.
Yeah, it's like 100 feet.
Longbow's 150, 600.
Oh, 150. So, oh, yeah. So they're cool. Everything in there's cool.
I mean, even 600 feet, even if they're firing with disadvantage, 3 shots around.
Yeah, yeah. This is just icing.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just grab them and have them floating in midair.
Throw them in the
Is
middle
that about
of the
where you
water.
want them?
Yep.
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay.
Are they happy to be in a gondola in the middle of this thing?
Well, I mean, as long as you are able to not die and get us back up to land, sure. I'd rather be back here than fighting that thing which you described earlier face to face. It sounds terrible.
Every time we've done
you
this,
have
it has
plenty of
worked
evidence that we don't die.
Well, that would be, I think, the worst case scenario.
Every time we've
I
done
think
this
that might
so
be
far, it's worked
survivor
out.
bias, Faizan.
What's that?
I think that might be a type of survivor bias.
Yeah. Yes.
We just assume that our method works because it always has so far.
So far.
I mean,
Well, I'm just looking at your 3 backup characters.
oh, you don't want my backup character.
You already have them planned? Oh,
Yeah.
these guys.
No,
Yeah.
they're hanging
Thistle.
they're hanging in a gondola.
Yes. Mole area and curly.
All right, so you get these guys rolled down the gondola, rolled halfway down the gondola, making their way over. 20 minutes passes, and you are here. If that's your destination, I'm going to try to put you where you don't want to go,
Okay.
but you get here, and you're 20 feet up off of the beach itself.
Okay.
And I'm going to give it a perception check to hear all this bang, bang, banging.
It's fine.
If it rolls at least a 2, it hears
Well,
you.
it's sleeping, so that is disadvantage for perception.
Hooray.
So 3 and a 9. Okay. Give it 2 of them because you get closer, and it doesn't seem to stir.
Ha! Murderify it.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll work. So Farazan will lower himself down to the beach. I know we've got the fog of war still up there. Is there anything up there that we should be concerned with? Where we just climbed from?
That's all rock wall.
That's just rock wall. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's a sheer cliff.
Checking Tarathiel's inventory, and I'm going, well, I do have a potion of invisibility and most of a necklace of fireballs still.
Mm-hmm.
That always goes
Now,
Just
it
run
isn't-
up to it, tuck
It
tuck
is
a
a
grenade
theme.
under its
Do
chin
we
and run
have-
away.
Do we have walkie-talkies going?
We don't, but I can do that.
This beach is horrifying. Thick carpets of pale fungus intermingle with sheets of clotted blood and partially eaten entrails and body parts.
Ugh.
The entire place reeks of decay.
Yum.
Can we go back?
I don't like it.
Ooh. Is that it?
3 hours. 3 hours of
That's
psychic
good.
whispers.
All right, that's not bad.
As always, when we're in combat situations, I roll low, and whenever we're like going to the shops, we get 8 hours.
Mhm. So I remind everyone that if it's a fiend, it may be resistant to fire. Don't know what kind of fiend it is. I mean, fiends can come from all over the place, but I don't know. But it may be resistant to fire and possibly some other kinds of effects.
I'll hit it harder.
Okay. It's probably
Yes.
not resistant to
Um,
magic stick.
Inspiration.
I'm going to stick to the wall because
Mhm.
that ground looks crunchy. And I'm going to try and sneak around behind it.
All right,
And
Then
you
we're
just
going
wake
to
it
roll
up
initiative.
and I'll stab it in the butt.
we're going to roll initiative. You have surprise, so you get the first round, but we are going to go in order now.
Okie dokie.
So, Body, Give me some initiatives. And those 3 up there will go into the same initiative instead of having 3 separate. Or pick one, they'll go in your initiative. How about that? You 3 each pick one and control their actions on your turn.
Okay, sounds good.
I call Sakura.
He's the cool one.
I think I've got a jar.
Okay. Then I guess that means I get Thistletop.
You have Thistletop.
He's a prop comic. No, wait, that's
All right.
character.
Anybody get above 20?
It's not possible.
15 to 20.
Yes.
What you got?
15.
15. 10 to 15?
Technically in the range. 14.
Oh, okay. And Kaldu?
I've got 13.
13.
And Puzel's got 10.
All right. So, where's evil? There it is. Farazan, you have initiative.
All right. Moving forward. Let's see. How do you do that path planning thing? Shift?
Shift.
Oh. You moved everything.
Or I did. That was unintentional. Oh no. That's all right. Is that still on the?
As you click and drag, you right click to drop waypoints. But you need to be in the process of dragging before you start. And then I think you hold down Shift or Alt or something, and then when you move, it actually follows the path.
Okay. It's too complicated for me to figure out just this moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He will move directly toward the thing, and he's loud. He's got this magical spiky plate mail on. So I don't know if him getting closer. If he needs to roll something?
No, you're charging. You're in combat. You have the drop on it.
Okay.
It will wake up.
Yeah.
But you have surprised it.
Okay.
So you're in your quote surprise round.
Okay. Well, I think, and is a surprise round a half?
No. So in 5e, there is no like surprise round. You start with round 1. The person that is surprised just takes no actions.
Okay.
So round 1 happens, they just don't react.
Okay.
And they can do nothing, no reactions, no nothing until their round on round 2, or their turn on round 2.
All right. Then I will dash as my standard to get to right there.
Okay. So right about there, as you're moving forward, you feel like your mind is just been dropped in molasses. So as you take that dash action, I need you to give me a saving throw.
Constitution.
Wisdom saving throw.
You said Constitution.
Wisdom, yeah, wisdom.
Okay, right. So Constitution. 18.
18.
Wisdom,
All right.
Wisdom.
So you do your regular action, and you just take that little burst of action, and as you start to dash, you just immediately your mind goes a little fuzzy, but you shake it off, and you get your full movement.
Okay, excellent. Right, and then
Shake it off.
no. As a bonus action, Farazan will kind of choke up on the end of the stick and like raise it two-handed over his head, but I can't really do anything with it. But...
Sure. You can get ready and be thematic though.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Farazan, chop!
Yeah, the leaping overhead smash.
He's a bonus action to be thematic.
Yep.
Right. All right. That was Farazan. Tarathio. Oh wait, you've got dudes with you. Farazan, you're controlling somebody.
Okay.
Dude. You also.
You know what?
Because you have lit the area, so they can target that thing now. Right. You have a torch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in his mind, Farazan speaking to Tarathiel and Khaldun and says, "Do we want to move into position first and then attack all at once, or do you want to go ahead and unleash the arrows as soon as they can see it?"
I think we should let Tarathiel get a sneak attack first.
Okay.
So that raises a question: are all 6 of you tied by this ability, or is it just the 3 of you?
Oh.
I can only pick 3 creatures.
besides yourself, or including you.
It's unclear. It says choose up to 3 creatures you can see and then roll. And then for the number of hours equal to the number of rolled, the chosen creatures can speak telepathically with you and you can speak telepathically with them. So maybe
so you're
it's
a
me
router.
plus 3?
So Khaldun can't talk to Tarathiel or can't talk to Farazan. Khaldun has to talk to you and you have to talk to Farazan.
We basically hand-waved that before. But yeah, if Tarathiel goes down, then the communication is dropped. It's lost.
Okay, so you could... the way I hear that is it's you plus 3. So a total, a party of 4, right? So you can have picked somebody the other if you wanted to.
Sakura.
Saburo.
Sakura.
Yeah,
that's right.
Subaru.
The boss man. Okay. So, Tarathiel.
My intention for getting sneak attacks is that hopefully this thing doesn't notice me when everyone else is running around like crazy. So, plus I don't need to be lit up. So yeah, Tarathiel will tell Sakura, all right, fire.
All right.
And just give me a roll d20 for his attack.
I think I know what this thing is going to do, but we'll see.
It's going to turn around and eat Farazan.
Let me write it on an envelope and we'll reveal it.
Hold it to your forehead. Did you need a d20 from
Wait,
Mike?
am I?
Yeah.
Am I rolling the d20?
Yeah,
it's not my character firing. So
just roll a d20 for the guy that you're doing. I've got all the stats.
All right, I'm rolling it. 11.
11. That is a miss. It skitters off to the side, just barely. Actually, it hits its armor, its hide, and glances off.
Mm-hmm. But it didn't hit it hard enough to wake it up, right?
It's waking up, right? So, like charging at it, you being loud, arrows coming at it. It's got supernatural senses. Like it is rousing. It's just it does not move or act this first round.
Right. So this is the round of Mom. 5 more minutes.
Yeah, it's slowly unfurling and starting to look your way.
Yep. Don't like it.
Have you ever been like sleepily aroused by somebody smacking you with an arrow? It's not great. It's not great. It's not a good way to wake up.
I woke up on the wrong side of the cesspool this morning.
I immediately regretted the term sleepily aroused. So
yeah, I know.
Moving on.
Then you said with an arrow, and I'm like, okay.
Tarathiel, did you want to do something?
Yes, I would. I will. I mean, I'm planning to stick to this wall basically. So, 30 feet gets me to there, sticking around the wall.
Okay.
I want to stay 20 feet up if I can.
Up on the wall?
Yeah.
All right.
And then it would be like another 30 feet to there.
So at your 10-foot mark, you had that same feeling, the sluggishness.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that wisdom saving throw.
Yes, Tarathiel is so good at this.
Oh. 6. Okay, let's move you back a little bit. So you hit that.
Slow down.
And as you're dashing, you just slow down. So essentially your movement is cut in half. So you've got 10 more feet of movement instead of the full 20. You know what I'm saying? Right. So for every move you make, it's an additional 5 feet per square.
Yeah.
All right. That's where you make it with your first dash.
Yeah, I'll get to there. I'm wondering if I should just chuck a psychic dagger at it from here, or if I should leave it for one more round. Does it look like it's noticed me?
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I will
It's definitely noticed Farazan and noticed something's going on.
Yeah, so I will dash again because I have the cunning action, so I can do it twice.
Okay.
But then I would like to actually slow down even further and stealth forward. I'd like to move stealthily forwards if I can, which would be like half of half.
So that means it takes 15 feet of movement to move 1 square. So you can move 2
Yeah,
squares.
so I can move 2 squares. So I'll continue moving to like there.
Okay, give me a. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. You are in bright light from Farazan's torch.
Am I?
Sorry.
20 feet up on the wall?
Yeah, the torch is 30 feet radius of
It's
bright
20.
light.
It's 20 and 20.
20 and 20. You're 10 feet away from him.
Alright.
So
Okay.
you're right on the edge. Call it dim light.
Stealth of 19.
Okay.
I'm hoping that it's paying attention to the arrows coming out of the darkness and to the
Sure.
giant that's trying to hit it with a big stick.
He's a little one. Little giant.
Anything else, Khaldun or Tarathiel?
Now that'll do. But then we get another shot out of the dark, right?
Yeah, go ahead and take Farazan. Go ahead and roll yours.
Oh, right.
Since that was their order.
D20. Rolling the dice. Terrible.
You hit Farazan.
Ah.
No, it just goes wide, absolutely wide from there.
Yeah, they will within the first range increment.
Yeah,
So.
Farazan looks over to the right into the darkness and just kind of gives one of these shrugs like, come on.
Hey, I'm telling you, hey, yo.
Yeah, shoot it.
All right, Khaldun, it's your turn.
Don't shoot at the light.
Don't shoot
Okay, I am going to move up a little closer. Let's see, how far away am I now? Whoa. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Ooh,
Ah,
perfect.
I'm already pretty close. I'll get a little closer.
You're within
Like-
psychic dagger range.
If only I had that cool ability.
No, you're in range of Tarathiel's.
Oh, yes. Yes, I have this sinus headache. Can you do something about it? Yes, I can. All right, I will.
Can make your head stop hurting.
I will. I'm going to whip my hands together, pull together a arcane ball of filaments, and throw a web over it. It is Dex. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. There's no save until its turn. So the area. I'll go ahead and draw it where I would like to put it. It's a 20-foot square. Draw shape. What color are we going to use today? Let us use a nice. There's no chartreuse.
Yes.
Let me zoom in here and make sure I get this right. So it's 20 by 20.
Sunburst, maybe?
Kind of like that.
Okay. So it has only one anchor point. Does that matter?
No, it can be layered on the ground.
Okay, so that's the plan, is to layer it.
Yeah, just lay it on the
Got it.
ground. It'll be like 5-foot deep layer of webs.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else?
No. Oh, a jar will take a shot at it.
All right.
And here's my 20. Boy, look at that.
These guys are
We're
earning their
just-
keep.
Yeah.
Maybe they're nervous. Maybe they're in a gondola swinging from the darkness.
So
Maybe you guys are just rolling terrible.
Let's see, I moved 15 feet. I am going to move 15 feet back because I do not like this thing at all.
Run
away! There we
All
go.
right. So
Okay.
you have gone, and your henchman is gone. It's Evil's turn, so it's now completely like up. It's unfurled. It's got its, it's fully awake. It's staring directly at Farazan.
Okay, so now it makes it safe.
It's not doing anything. That's thematic. It's not taking an action,
Mhm.
but
It
it is
doesn't
its
matter.
turn. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
It starts its turn in the web.
I got you. What's that? A dexterity save?
Dex 16.
16. That's a fail.
Huzzah.
So what's the difference when it's a layer versus?
There's no difference.
There's got to be a difference.
There's
Right.
not. No. It's just a 5-foot layer of webs across the ground.
Probably.
He's
Yeah,
restrained.
if there's something in the air, maybe it just wouldn't get that if you just threw it on the ground, right? But if there
Okay,
was
so
if there were walls, then you
So-
could get everything in that cube, right?
it's restrained.
It is restrained, yes.
Okay.
And it can use
Alright.
its action to make a strength check to break free.
It's turn, but it can't take an action because it's a surprise round.
mhm.
So it's on to Pazel. Anything from her?
She's gonna move a little bit to get out of arrow. She's like, the arrow's whizzing by her. She's like, "What did I do?"
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Just died yesterday. I want to die again.
She's like, crap. What's going on?
Well, that's
Fezan
why
just sees an arrow come out of the dark with Pycelle on the front of it. Thunk.
all this is essentially happening at the same time, and Pycelle flies right across a direct line of fire, and that's why all three of them miss. They're like, "Oh crap! I can't. Oh no!" All right, round 2. Farazan, it is your turn.
Oh gosh, he reaches down and pulls the Pycelle arrow out of it and tosses it to the side. But then he continues with his overhead smash with the steak.
Okay.
So he's thinking, man, I hope you're evil.
So it's restrained. I believe that means you have advantage.
Oh, yay. That's great. It's fantastic. I love it.
Right?
Yes, it's correct.
Right. Okay.
24.
Yes, that's a hit.
That's 12 points of damage from that end of the stick.
And it lets out a unearthly, like a weirdly hollow lion roar in pain. And it just glares at you as it's raising up its hands. Its tail is unfurling behind it. And you look at its tail, and the fins, like a catfish fin has spines that come out of it, makes it kind of sharp. And this thing's tail is just covered in razor-like spines. What you hit?
Yeah, if I said such things, I would quote Safi here.
Oh, no.
I don't know, the 4-letter word that he likes to use in these situations. So he looks at the tail and he's like, well, this may have been a bad idea. But he keeps swinging. And the advantage keeps up, yeah?
Yeah, as long as he's restrained, you have advantage.
Sweet. 25.
That's a hit.
And, minimum damage, 6 points.
Snarf.
Okay. And then he is going to bonus action, hit it with the other end.
All right.
16.
16 is a hit.
Excellent. That's going to be, again, minimum damage, 5 points.
That's how you show those henchmen how to fight.
Yep. And I know I haven't done a whole ton of damage here, but how's he looking?
It looks like you just smacked him with a stick a couple of times.
Not bleeding or bloody or anything like that. Okay.
Not really.
All right. Well. Yeah, why not? What do you think? Not second wind.
Action surge.
Action surge. Just go ahead and take this thing out. We can come back for the rest later.
You might want to save it for running away.
That's a good point.
That's pragmatic.
Yeah, pragmatic. Okay, I'll hold on to it. That'll be it for now.
I do have a random rules question before we end Fezan's turn. So Terathi will get sneak attack when an opponent is adjacent to one of my allies. Does it need to be adjacent or just threatening? So
it needs to be adjacent, but you have advantage, so you are granted your sneak attack. But Farazan being 10 feet away does not grant you your sneak attack damage. It says specifically adjacent.
Yep, good to know.
But like I said, the web gives you the same effect.
Yep.
Farazan, go ahead and take your henchman action.
Henchman action. It's going to be one of these numbers. That's a better number. Natural
20. That is a hit.
He had advantage. He might as well roll again, so maybe you can get a double crit.
Supernatural 20?
Super crit.
Yeah.
Double crit, what does it mean?
See.
If you roll a second 20, then we have to roll, and if you get a third 20, it just dies.
You just win the whole campaign.
I've played that. I've played that role before. It has never happened.
Nope. Statistically, very unlikely.
All right, and let me roll some damage for this guy.
Okay. All of it.
I will get you stats for the next time we play. I didn't think about that.
It's fine. They roll D12s, right? I'll just go ahead and roll those for you. Nope.
Well, he rolled almost maximum.
That's good.
Wow, that's really good. Okay. One solid arrow into its neck, and still, I mean, it's... you're hurting it. I don't want you to think like I'm just backing on it and nothing's happening. You're hurting it, but it's not bloodied.
Okay.
All right, Tarathiel, it is your turn.
Tarathiel's gonna throw psychic daggers at this thing's face. If I can find them. Oh wait, I just produced them out of nothing.
Here they are.
I have advantage. 19.
That's a hit.
We'll do 16 total damage with the sneak attack. And an offhand throw, which I forgot to do with advantage, but is a natural 20.
Hey.
Oh my god. All right.
Excellent.
But only does 8 total damage because I can only sneak attack once per turn.
Oh.
Is that doubled? Is that crit damage?
Yes. Psychic damage 7 and then critical damage 1, unfortunately.
All right, it is all of a sudden bloodied.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, that
Tarathiel
didn't like that so much.
we'll walk up the wall, so trying to move further back from it and stay out of the light.
Whereas I was like,
All
don't leave
right.
me.
You can
I'm
move
seriously,
15
I'm
feet.
Batman.
So about 25, 35 feet up.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And you are definitely in dim light now, for sure.
Cool. And then Sakura's shot.
Natural
Oh
20.
wait, with advantage.
Oh,
Natural 1.
Jeez.
So he rolls a 6.
He overcompensates a lot. Yeah, that's a miss. That's a miss.
Fair sounds like my guy did better.
Haha.
You can't see him.
Khaldun, it is your turn.
You know who that was.
I'm going to move forward a little bit, about 15 feet, and I'm going to stare intently at this monstrous creature and imagine just searing pain in its brain. Mind Sliver, Intelligence 16.
Natural one.
Excellent.
So he takes triple damage for that?
Hooray.
I
Oh,
don't know. Is that what this spell says? But what's
He
the
takes 4 points psychic damage.
Okay.
And he has disadvantage. He has not disadvantage. Sorry, D4 from his next saving throw.
Ooh.
Bane for saving throw. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then I will move back.
Okay.
And a jar will take a shot. 16
Ooh.
plus whatever.
Is that with advantage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, 16 on the die. Yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit. Boop. And does that. All right. Solid hit. Good shot from a jar. Anything else, Khaldun?
No, I'm good.
All right. It is its turn. And it looks like it is, well, it looks like it's afraid, like it's just been assaulted, like almost murdered. So it's taking its action to break free from the webbing.
Fair's awesome.
What's the DC?
16.
Ooh, I don't know. That's Midland. I'm not sure if that's it or not.
It's one of those good solid middle rolls. When it starts to struggle, Fairzon says, "Good morning."
It's not a save, it's a strength check.
Oh, strength check. Then yes, it breaks free.
this is
All
your
right.
9 a.m. wake up.
Okay.
You requested.
It's got a +5 strength bonus. Yikes.
Is it strength check or strength save?
Strength check.
Strength check to break free. No. Thank you for saying that. No.
My
It
goodness.
does not. It attempts to break free with its action.
Whew.
So it's got no move. It's got a bonus. All right, that's it. It's done. And it's done.
Yes. Yes. it
Puzzle's
is.
turn.
Bazel's going to scoot a little further away from these yahoos with the bows.
Okay.
Right about there.
They hit occasionally.
Yeah, they're firing pretty wide. And just keep an eye out on the water. Make sure another one of these is going to kind of crawl out and say hi.
Okay. In that case, it's round 3, and Fairzon, it's your turn.
Okay, he will continue the beating.
You still have advantage.
Hooray. Thank you for reminding me. 21 is going to hit.
Yeah.
And 9 points of damage. He will continue to swing. Oops,
Okay.
I don't think I got the... well, it isn't. Well, I'm going to roll that again because the advantage didn't take that time. That was a natural 1, so I'm going to stick with the 21. Rolling,
That's a hit.
Yeah, rolling the damage is 9 again, twice in a row. I think I'm seeing a pattern here. And he, kind of whips around with the blunt end of the stick. Figure that one out. And advantage again is going to be 15.
15 is a miss.
You would think...
Glance off its hard, tough hide.
You would think something that's still and stuck to the ground would be easier to hit. So that's going to be it. He's going to stay there. I don't see any need to move at this point. So he's going to stay where he is, rolling the d20. Oh wait, 2 d20s, right?
For
keep the first one.
For your henchman, yeah.
Yep. 18 to hit.
18's a hit. Maximum damage.
Hell yeah. That'll do it.
You're doing all right.
Yeah, they plugged about 30 points of damage between 3 of them so far. All
This
right.
thing is pretty stout.
Yeah, yes it is. Anything else?
No, if I tried to trip it, that would be just silly. So no.
All right. Tarathiel.
Well, yeah, with that attitude. Just gonna continue throwing psychic daggers at this thing. Wait, 24 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
For 18 total damage.
18. This thing is very, very hurt. Like it's on its last leg.
Excellent.
It's got a lot of legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It does have 4.
Oh, yay.
You've
My! Look at that
You've taken out
explosion.
3 of them.
Offhand is a natural 20 for 12
God.
total damage.
And its brain explodes. It stops moving and it settles to the nasty, gory shore.
Not only that, but it was max damage.
It is dead.
Yeah, max damage on a crit is pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Jeez, if
Holy
you had
crap.
if that had been the first hit, that would have been 39 points of damage.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. If it got
Jeez.
sneak attack on it.
Jeez.
Yeah, you guys
It's-
just mowed
it's
that thing
almost
down
like-
in 2 rounds.
It's moments like this where thematically, like, I want Tarathiel to, like, jump out of the darkness and land on this thing and just stab it in the brain. But mechanically, 60 feet of range on those things just means I never need to go anywhere near anything.
Right.
I don't know why Tarathiel would ever get into melee with anything.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Especially
the
when
only
you have
reason,
advantage or other friends in range.
Yeah.
Like, no, absolutely don't ever go.
Nope.
the only reason I could see him getting into melee would be to give Fairzon advantage also. If there was
Yeah.
something that was that hard to hit, both of them coming at it, but no.
And the Skulven is dead.
Good. I did not like the idea of actually having to fight that thing.
Yeah, that web.
And then,
It basically took a round away from it, which is a lot.
Mhm.
But you guys just beat it down. I mean, you had the drop on it. The web took away an act. Well, it gave you guys advantage. That
Gave
was
us
a huge-
advantage.
Yeah, that
Gave
was
us
a big
advantage.
the web was very important. Plus,
Yeah,
what I had written down is it's gonna go into the lake.
that's
Sure. Yeah,
So when
run away.
it was pulling, when it was like had that frightened, it was pulling like trying to get to the lake. It was pulling trying to
Yeah.
get away from the web, but it couldn't make it. And each of your henchmen, all 3, take one more shot and plug into it. And you hear Sakuro, just being sure.
Good job, buddy.
The eagle has landed. Well, I don't know what the call is to
So this thing is in a nest, for lack of a better word.
Okay.
It's gory. It's the fungus. It's bones. It's rotten flesh, just piled up in a large ring, and that's what it's curled up inside of, and now lying dead inside of. Besides that, you can see everything else. There's a couple of rocks. It's just nasty. Like in the World of Worlds remake with Tom Cruise, you know how they would spray blood out everywhere? Like,
yeah.
that's kind of the feeling I get from this whole thing. It's just got blood sprayed all over it. Fungus is growing out of the blood. There's decaying flesh, and some of it looks like it's humanoid. In particular, in its nest, you see the remnants of what was a humanoid figure, probably more human sized, not a small figure.
Okay.
Besides that, it's just fish and a couple of other things.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask. It's like, I'm curious what the not humanoid stuff is, because that could be ugly.
Yeah. Trolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once
like,
once the webbing kind of goes away, Fairzone's going to take his staff and do a little, give a little bit of leverage and lift up and see if there's anything,
Yeah, I dropped the web.
Okay. See if there's anything worth taking under there.
So about the only thing you see is that
Mike.
partially, mostly eaten body. Give me a search. Give me a roll perception.
Give me a search.
Investigation, whichever's better.
Neither.
And everybody can help.
18 for Fairzone.
Okay. Yeah. So you pull what you poke around and you thump on the skull of this body that's in there. Going to pull it out. It's mostly decayed. It looks humanoid, human size. Looks like it had maybe a leather armor or a hide of some sort at one point. But what you do notice is around its neck, it's got a necklace, a pendant that's held on by a leather strap. Nothing else remains that looks of any interest.
Okay, Fairzone will hook it on the end of the staff and pull it out, kind of keep it at a distance, and just swing it around the Khaldun. It's like,
roll the hit.
What do you think it is? Roll the hit. It's like a sideways trebuchet.
So you pull it out and you have it dangling there, and it's a leather strap, and the pendant is an onyx bear head.
Ooh, it's pretty.
This means something.
Well, right now it's covered in blood and fungus, but otherwise it'd be beautiful.
Just how I like it. I will use Mage Hand to pull it off of the gore staff.
Okay.
And I will begin casting Detect Magic.
Okay.
But before I cast my ritual, I'm looking at the cavern wall there, and I'm like, you think there's any sort of entrances here? Because down below there's like there's another passageway that kind of goes in behind where this little beach is.
Yes.
I wonder if there's maybe a way to get there from here.
So, as Khaldun is casting his ritual, what do you three like to do?
You'll have an investigation check of 28.
Okay, just looking for.
Did I find anything else?
Like no, no, you don't see any other entrances or even natural or man-made. Pretty much the only thing that of interest at all on this beach, you know for a fact, is that amulet.
Okay.
Is that a? We don't have a holy person with us, but is that like a holy symbol?
You can give me a religion check.
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Knowledge, religion.
Can I? I'm untrained.
Okay.
Same here.
And I get a 6, so I don't know.
Khaldun's got a 9.
11.
Farazan's got an 11. It doesn't appear to be any religion that you know of. Not
Okay.
not overtly. It's not like a holy symbol.
Yeah, it's not one of the 3
No,
like the triad things that we know about.
no, not at all.
Ebony Triad,
Ebony Triad.
or is it the Obsidian Triad?
Well, now
I
I'm
think
second guessing myself.
it's the Ebon triad.
It's the Ebon triad.
Oh, okay.
It is the Ebon Triad. So, Khaldun finishes his detect magic, and indeed, it is magical.
Yay!
It's transmutation.
Ooh. Please be a an
Okay,
amulet for
well, we
fighters.
can snuggle up to this on our next rest and find out what it is, hopefully.
Okay.
Do you think we should keep going
Alright.
along this beach and see if there's anything else on this side, or head back across?
So you can see the end of the beach. Like it goes, there's no more. So I'm saying, like down here, the beach head ends and it's just wall.
Oh, okay. That's
So-
completely rock wall all the way around.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that means this thing's not going to come across and eat us while we sleep.
You said that the tail of this thing was like covered in spines and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like razor sharp fins and spines.
Yeah, I'd like to collect a few of them. They're fiend spines. Might be useful later on doing something else.
Okay. Just mark that down somewhere.
Okay.
Call
Skulvan spines.
Skulvan tail spines.
And when Farazan was beating on this thing, did the scales seem to be tougher, or like?
It's like more like a lizard scale rather than like male scales.
Yeah. Okay.
So like a leather, yeah, it's pretty tough as far as like a leather would go. So the answer to your question is yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But it's just not. I don't want you to think it's like scales, like a scale mail,
Okay.
like a dragon scale.
Yeah.
It's like a very tough leather hide.
Okay.
Might be able to make some pretty handy studded leather.
That's what I was thinking. It'd be nice to have something a bit more flexible for Tarathiel.
Tell you what, give me an animal handling
It's not a thing.
check
Oh, it is a
to.
thing.
It is a thing. To see how well you skin it.
Survival?
Or survival. If you have survival, that's better. I guess it's better than animal handling.
I mean,
Yeehaw!
literally, it is handling an animal.
You do require handling an animal. Yeah.
Yeah.
19?
19?
Yeah, you do very well. This is a large creature, large, long creature.
Mhm.
And after about 20 or 30 minutes of skinning, you get what you could probably make into a humanoid size leather armor.
Okay. He field dresses it.
And you thought the thing smelled bad on the outside.
Yep.
I get inspiration.
We could, guys. We could clean up this beach. Get a net. Get a volleyball. I have a field day out here.
Yeah, we still don't know what's in this water. That
Full top
concerns
down.
me.
So
I think it was that.
now that you're down by the water,
Down
Getting
by
a
the water.
down by the river, you get a closer look, and the way I described it, it looked like it was somewhat rippling, but it wasn't. There was like a fungus and algae over the top.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You get closer, and it looks like a mixture between algae, fungus, kelp, like just this netting over the entire lake. It doesn't look supernatural. It's just like a very thick vegetation is sitting over the lake top.
So if you fall in, it's going to be hard to get out. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and you might, Farazan probably would break through, but you might not puncture it. Just gently, maybe walking across, like Tarathiel being light on his feet and having that skill ability, might be able to pad across the lake.
Hey, Tarathiel, come here. I want to try something.
Terrifying.
Let's throw you over and see if you bounce.
Yeah, whee!
But if you drop for more than 10 feet, you go through.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of thick.
Yeah.
How about now?
Is there a skip? Is there a skipping stone here? Let's see if I can skip it across the top of the stuff here.
Terathiel. You can take your rock of alarm and just.
Yeah, I've got the stone of alarm. We'll be able to find it again if it sinks. The whole surface of the water is just screaming.
Can you imagine just a screaming rock going? Ah, 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 ah,
Oh, that would be.
Could you imagine waking up whatever lives down there with that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with sound and water, that would be like squared.
Yeah.
You'd be doing damage. You might like actually cause the fish to like float up with concussion.
It's like a little grenade.
Yeah, fishing with dynamite.
Sonic grenade. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that'd be great.
All right. This beach is gross. I'm out. Have fun.
All right. Hey, wait, come back.
So, there is this little hook down here, passageway. I'd like to send Pazel down there to take a gander while we're here.
The little
zing.
The little thing.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get my doodad tool thing out.
Suggestively shaped outlet or inlet.
Haha.
Yes. Reminds me of Florida.
Oh, there we go.
So it goes further.
Is there a Disneyland down there? Disney World?
Disney World.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, land is in California. World is in Florida.
I can never keep those straight.
For now.
For me, land is to the east and world is to the east.
East, west. So
now, are you
opposite? I'm on the opposite side of the world.
Actually, she's too far away for you to do the telepathic thing. Is it a mile or 100 feet?
It's 100 miles.
That you can see through her eyes and ears.
It's 100 feet. 100
okay.
Feet. So I cannot see. You're right. Yeah, that is out of. Let's see. If I go down to the very tip of this beach, let me see how far I am from her. Just a second. Oh, you got it. That's 100 feet.
Perfect.
Yep. So you can see what she's seeing right there.
Do you see what I see?
Is it pretty much just cavern like you're describing?
Yeah. So you have her senses. It feels as she's flying, hovering, moving in. It feels like it's getting it's warmer, more humid as she goes down the tunnel.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to try to keep her toward the top of the tunnel, so keep her within 100 feet of me. Is this little area right here? Is that? I'll move her. There.
Okay.
see Khaldoon's got his face pressed up against the wall.
Y'all are watching, and I'm like splatted up against the cave wall.
Listening to the wall, like
what are you doing?
Little Timmy's in a well.
What's behind the wall?
Oh, that's just not been open very well for you. She's up against the wall.
Okay. Is this area? Is there anything there, or is it just the shape of the cavern?
It's just the shape of the cavern.
Okay, got it.
A little better. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, I can see the cavern now on the map. I would like. Okay, so I tell her to loop around this cavern and try to come north some, maybe get within range of me again.
Okay.
And if she can't, if I can't make contact again with her, she will come back.
All right. Show me where she goes. All right.
And then, if she can go further north to get back in range of me, try to reconnect with
her. She can. So she goes around the corner and goes north. I'll move her to where she's within range. I think that's right. I took her a little further, but it won't make a difference.
Okay.
But she comes back into range, and yeah, you open up the whole thing. It is a small cavern, another beachhead. It's a low cavern, and it's filled with steam and thick sheets of ropey fungus hanging down. It smells of rot.
Is it kind of like the beach we're on now?
No, it doesn't have that excessive bloody World of Worlds feel. Nor bodies or anything like that. It's hang on, let me open it all up for you. But there's a creature. I'm bearing the lead. I'm just trying to I'm trying to get it uncovered for you.
Yikes.
she flies in and sees again. It's something that looks like it's at rest. Um, it looks like you did research.
Mhm.
This thing, it's a copru.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Holy crap.
okay.
It's a single copru.
How do you know?
And
Maybe it's attached to someone.
it is a lone by itself copru. And
So are these aren't extinct, or they're just not here, right?
yeah, this particular cave is known as the Copru Ruins. Because they were here like 400 or 500 years ago, but then civilization came in, wiped them out, they moved away, blah blah blah. But this is a copra. Maybe I can blow it up. Let's see if I can do that.
Kaboom!
Do you guys see that, or is that just me?
It's just you.
I can't see it.
All right, let me try again.
Press the button. Ooh, that's a copru?
He's pretty.
That's a copra. So it's got the tail, it's got the big eyes. It's obviously very aquatic, amphibious. It doesn't seem to really notice, or if it does, it doesn't seem to be paying attention to Pazel. But it's awake. I mean, it's just milling about, being alive.
Yeah, they're intelligent, right? They're not animals. They're
Yeah, I mean, they built this place, right? So
yeah. Well, they didn't build this place. They inhabited the caverns, and then later it was carved out by the dwarves.
Right.
But they are intelligent. They are an intelligent race. Think of like Kuatoa or something like that.
all right.
Tribalistic level of intelligence.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave him alone,
Okay.
and I'll just go ahead and I'll pocket Pazel.
Okay.
So we're gonna get back to the city and file the paperwork on this place before people figure out that thing's there, or we'll lose our claim. I'm gonna winch the guys back so they're not stuck in the middle of this space while we explore everything.
All right. So yeah, while Pazel's doing some investigation, you get them back up, no problem. Farazan, are you heading back over there too?
I think so. And,
or I don't know, what were you doing?
Yeah, I mean, unless... I mean, yes, unless there's a need to go around, then I'm headed back.
Okay.
You will move and climb back up and use the ropes. And I guess, I don't know, you'd leave the pitons and rope for now?
Might as well.
Yeah. Makes a little note.
Sure we can get.
Yeah, buy new pitons and rope.
Sure we can get some more.
Okay. You guys get back up to the landing, the original entrance to the area.
It's like a theme park. This is Murder Beach.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here's our slide of blood.
Yeah. Here is the last known.
Yeah.
I want to say grung. What's this thing again?
Copru.
Copru. But we'll put like a
We
glass wall there.
We need like a construct or something to clean up this beach.
Can you make a construct? Can you make a little golem?
I can't.
A little like a little gonsman?
I can summon a shadow demon from the pits of hell. That could work.
It can eat the moss on top of the lake.
Might actually enjoy it.
I mean, you do you.
Right.
I don't want a yucky.
It's a great conversationalist.
All right, are we heading to the other side then?
Yes.
Continue exploring.
Sure. I'm kind of curious what's at the other side of those double doors down there.
Well, this is the murder room, right? This is it. It's trapped. And
Yeah.
It has the arrow slits on either side. So.
Don't these guys know what all the secret doors are? They can kind of bypass that.
And the traps.
Yeah. Well, they took you through. They showed you.
Well, it's not revealed on the map where all that stuff is.
Well, you guys haven't taken that time, right? You went in and got the schematics and boogied out of there. So yeah, I mean they've been instructed of where to go, how to get around. So you get to the area, like, what do you want to know? Where do you want to start? Basically, is what Skuro's saying.
I mean, let's just look in this front room up here. We haven't explored that space.
I'm not sure where you guys are.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
All the pings.
You walk up.
All the pings.
We said double door. I'm like, I don't know. I don't see a double door. You walk up to this room and,
Yeah. Fine. Go.
You walk up to the double door, and as Trathia, as you're wont to do, you go up, you start listening, and Skuro goes, wait. You don't want to go in there. That's a trap. There's some ugly, weird crap in there. I don't know. I forgot what they call it, but there's a pit with all these it's just weird.
Sarlacc.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it's a pit of these little things down in the water at the bottom. It's really terrible.
Like leeches?
Piranha?
No, they're not like that.
Tribbles.
They're like these. They look like giant clots of blood or something. I don't know. It's awful.
That sounds awful.
It's covered by an illusion. Like you
I
can't
agree.
see the pit.
Right. So what's the next door?
Now,
Farazan pulls out a piece of chalk. And he just writes X. Do not enter.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. He just writes nope in gnomish on the front of it.
Every fortress has got to have a nope room.
We found this one.
So where y'all headed next? Where you want to go, boss?
Yeah, probably to find out what's behind these doors, right?
Yeah.
The double doors?
We know that this patch of flowway is trapped. There's a pit here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sakuro, he did you? Yeah, you opened it. Like you fell in it, didn't you?
Close.
Or
I think we dodged it.
Yeah.
yeah, you triggered it, but jumped over it, and that's when probably Sakuro started shooting at you.
Yeah.
So this trap is open, but Sakuro points to the other end of the hallway, and right in front of that door, there's another trap. Now, I've never been in this far room. They told us just not to worry about it. That's
Is
why
there
they
a way
have all
to
these
get there
traps.
from here?
There's double doors right there.
Can we
Right, but
can we
there's
disable the
traps in the way.
traps?
Oh, yeah. Duh. And he sticks his head around the door and feels the wall and feels the mechanism. And this trap door pulls back shut, and you hear a clicking on the other in that area and the far end of the wall, the hallway.
Excellent.
So he's like, here's the trap mechanism to lock it.
Okay. Again, Farazan.
There's one on both sides of the hall.
Yeah, he takes and he puts a big circle around it in case it was hidden.
It was concealed. We put like a little T or something there.
T for trap.
Is there a way to get into these arrow slit rooms?
Yeah.
Is it hot tea?
There's not from this hallway, but if you go around, there's a couple secret doors that'll take you into these arrow rooms.
Can you go ahead and reveal that for us so we don't have
Sure.
I think there's one here,
There is.
and the other one is probably,
I think you said it was in
Maybe.
the
or it could be in the armory thing.
yeah, the armory or the forge, whatever it is.
So it'll be in. Yeah.
Yeah, we missed that one.
Cool, thank you.
Barf.
Seeing things
And-
is not our forte.
You don't see the little S's, I don't guess, but there are secret doors. If that's not obvious.
Okay.
It is not. Hence the secret.
All right. Trathia will check this door for traps before we go in.
All right. And Skuro, he restates. Listen, I don't know if that door's trapped. I don't know what's back there, but there you go.
That's all right. I'll give it a look.
It's a look.
Perception or investigation on trying to find traps. I can never remember.
Whichever's higher.
In perception to find it, investigation to figure out how it works to disable it. I've been
15
reading
to
up on
find
that.
it.
You haven't noticed any traps. The door is locked. The double doors are locked.
Alrighty. Trathiel will pull out his
Well,
the
we
pick
have
in his
we
his
have
glove.
a ring of like 47 keys, right?
You do.
Ah,
You got those off a trio.
Uh-huh.
that's less fun, but I'll give it a go.
So you pull out the keys, fumble around, use a couple of them, and eventually you get to the right key, and it fits and unlocks the door.
Hooray!
Shall we?
Show.
We carefully and stealthily kick open the door.
Yeah. Boom.
Sneakily and stealthily. Angrily and stealthily.
Yeah, naked and angrily through the desert. You open the doors, and I shall reveal it.
It's the treasure room.
It's an iron golem.
Why you? I don't want anything harder than my stick.
I mean,
Stick golem.
that's a big area of unrevealed map. That's like large.
Oh dear.
Trying to.
Liz.
That's kind of croissant shaped.
Yeah, that's coming out. Good.
It's a standard of dwarvish architecture, standard
Yes.
croissant shape.
Yes.
Art Deco croissant.
It's
All
a
right.
dodecagon shaped room. Yeah. Irregular.
So you can see the edges of this room, but it fades into the darkness. Several large work benches, work tables covered with bits and pieces of scrap metal stand in the center of the room, which you see edges of two and a full third one. Somewhere from the depths of the room, strange skittering sounds echo off of unseen walls.
Why is it always skittering?
That's a scary sound. Versus like, tra-la-la-la-la. That's not scary at all.
The lollipop.
Unless you're in
kid.
hell,
I
then
mean,
you go like, oh my god, what's so happy to be here.
It depends on the context of the tra-la-la-la-la, right?
True.
Like if we'd have gotten over
Like
the
cutting your fingernails out. Tra-la-la-la-la.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
or if that little that monster over there on that other side had woken up and just kind of like tra-la-la-la-la right across the thing. Like, nope, done.
And also,
song and dance routine.
I'm going to put right next to you. There are a pair of levers, right? I mean, like right inside this room. Open all this crap up. There we go. You see those? Yeah. Okay.
I feel like Khaldun should check those out, maybe.
Yeah. Before I do that, I'm gonna ask Pazel to fly in a bit, maybe to the first work table, and get a better view.
Maybe she could reduce the skitter count.
It's going to take me a second to unveil what she can see.
Unveil.
Unveil it.
I had unveal one time. It wasn't very good. Unveal Parmesan? No.
Did you?
She can see.
No.
She can see more than that. I just got to open
geez.
it up.
So has
Yes,
anybody
this
seen
is a
Batman?
massive room.
I have.
That's more T-shirt shaped.
There are these little
Not anymore.
offset chambers, and you know,
It's a Skidamander t-shirt. For all the skittering.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're looking through. So just
I'm using her eyes. Yeah.
Okay. You get the strong sense that this is just a gigantic workshop for making not necessarily weapons, but just a large God, what's the word I'm looking for? Just to create to make all kinds of useful items. You know,
It's a studio.
yeah, like a metal working
workshop.
machine, a workshop, like a tinkering shop kind of thing.
Okay. There's no forge in here though, so it's all.
No, those are all tables with tools and scraps of metal, just everywhere. Like I said, this room is what 200 feet wide,
Yeah.
something like
It's
that.
ridiculous.
150 feet wide.
Right. I call this room.
That's my bedroom.
All right, so
Set up a hammock in the middle.
I want to ask Pazel to fly out to about sort of the center of the room here, ish. Sort of, it's at the edge of my ability to communicate with her and see if I can't see anything more, particularly anything skitter-ish.
So, shoot, give me a second.
Farazan looks.
How high is the ceiling here? Is it relatively low, or is it vaulted, or what's going on?
It's 30 feet high.
Okay.
A little domed in the center.
Where all the skittery things are hiding.
That's what you imagine.
Cowart says
However,
this is going to be a sweet hideout.
Yeah. But it's really funny when Heath and I are brothers. Nobody knows that already. But when he and I, our family moved into our house, our main home in Etowah, I remember walking in. You know, you walk in, it's like the living room, and you walk back. There's a dining room and a kitchen. Goes upstairs, and there's all the bedrooms, blah blah blah, and there's a basement, right? So I remember walking into the first room and looking around, going, "I want this as my bedroom," and I just remember my mom just like getting a kick out of that. So, Pazel flies to what looks like the very center of this room, and she notices, if y'all haven't seen it already, the far left wall up in the little alcove, some sort of creature that is curled up, its back to you, kind of hard to tell what it is. It's got like a rag on its back, obviously alive. It's you could see it breathing, but you don't see anything else skitter worthy.
Okay. It's humanoid? I mean, it's like medium-sized creature.
Medium size. What skin you can see looks green and moist. But like I said, it does have some rags over it, and it's the best thing I can think of. It's curled over in a ball, like just kind of hunkered over, facing the wall.
But it is not actively skittering. Is that what you're saying? It's
not moving. I mean, alive, but not like actively moving around.
We got some sort of golem-ish creature here in the corner. I don't know if it's hiding or cowering, or I don't know what it's doing, but it's skulking. It's skulkish.
Is that the only thing in the room?
That's all I can tell right now.
Besides the work tables, which have just scraps of metal and tools,
right?
And things like that.
Yeah.
The only other creature, living thing.
Cowart says, pss, 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 pss. Get. Yeah. So
here, boy.
Yeah. So I got me.
We need one of those spray bottles, right? So we can stand way back and just. Pss, pss, pss.
So I'll take a couple steps forward and eyeball these levers here. I have a 17 investigation. Try to discern what their flippage will do.
Yeah, and when Khaldun walks in, Farazan steps in kind of ahead of him, kind of in between.
I'm going to jump on the trap.
The precious.
No, I'm going to jump on the trap.
Yep.
Bodyguard style kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Tarathiel's walking on the wall.
All right.
Gangnam style.
Is anybody trying to be quiet?
No. That would be silly.
Where are your three dudes?
Always.
3 dudes with you?
Back in the hallway of doom.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So nobody mentioned being stealthy. Nobody did anything like that. Farazan in his full plate armor walks into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you said a 19 investigation. Is that right?
17 passive.
17 investigation. So they look like you look to the northern lever, and it looks like it's directly across from the latch that locked the traps in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you get an idea that these are also to lock those traps from this room.
That makes sense.
But they're obvious. They're like levers.
Yeah.
I much prefer dwarven architecture. All of this makes sense in my head.
Yeah.
This is an incredibly defensible position.
Yes.
Pazel notices movement.
Okay. I let everybody know. Golem's moving. Can I get a better feel for what it looks like since it's sort of, I guess it's turned and faced us?
It's turning and facing, walking towards you. So you know, because you're not looking through Pazel's eyes. You're
Oh, that's right. Okay.
investigating, and
Yep,
she's
yep.
like, "Hey, it's moving," or
Okay.
some sort of like, "Hey,
Yep.
careful."
Whoo! Whoo!
Oh God, look! And she also gives the indication that it seems to vanish from her senses.
Yeah, crap.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I say we retreat.
GTFO.
Uh-huh. At least fight it in the hallway.
It's a single small creature, right? I mean, I think we can take it.
It's
Judge me by my size.
I'm a single small creature. I could still melt your brain from across the room.
Yes,
true.
yes, but we're friends, right? So,
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are sitting there discussing this. Pazel seems to be freaking out a little bit. Like,
Yeah, she's
startling,
coming back.
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. It's not normal. And when
Yeah.
she says not normal, I pocket her.
Okay.
So she's just poof.
right,
And then I'm gonna back into the hallway.
Farazan will back slowly, you know, kind of the first one in, last one out, sort of thing.
All right, and
You know what?
shut the door.
Yeah, and Farazan's gonna walk over and hold the whatever lever on this side so that the thing can't be activated. You know.
So you shut the door, and you immediately go to the trap mechanism. And as you're looking at it, it doesn't work that way.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a lever that pushes each way, right?
Uh-huh.
It's just a connect. It's a mechanism action.
Okay. Then stepping back off of the pit.
Off the trap.
Yeah.
All right.
We've played this.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. Played this game before. I don't think I want to play it again. Thank you.
Did any of you growing up? We had a
No.
We had a light in the hallway that had a switch at both ends.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody ever
Yes.
have that?
Oh
You
yeah.
have two switches attached to the light.
We used to
Well,
play
you play-
Monster in the Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
We played like a tennis game, right? Where somebody would like click the light one direction and then the other person would click it back the other way, and you would just get the light to. Anyway, back to the horrifying situation.
I have a couple of those, and I hate them both.
All right. You're standing there. Nothing happens. You wait a minute, let's say, just nice short round number.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
What
seems
was
to
it?
happen.
Was it a kitten?
Another one of those kittens.
I will use Mage Hand to open the northern door.
What north? Oh, of the double doors. Okay.
Yes.
So it's open and nothing apparent is different. Like you don't see anything except for the table. It's right there on the edge of your vision.
Okay.
Are you sure it was there?
You don't see the creature. Let me say that. I guess that's what you're looking
I
for,
never saw it.
obviously.
Right.
but
Yeah. I didn't see it. Pazel saw it.
I didn't see it
She
either.
seems to think that it moved and then sort of disappeared. Who knows what that means?
Is she all right? I mean, she's had some traumatic experiences. She need to talk to someone.
Okay, well, I will unpocket her.
Okay.
And I'll look
Throw
at her
back
like,
to the wolves. Good luck.
I'm going to put her right there and have her look out. Maybe she can
Look out.
see.
Okay. Have her give me a perception check.
Okay.
She has advantage.
She does have advantage. 19.
19. She does not notice anything.
I'm just envisaging
She does not
puzzles in
see
this
the
horrifying
creature.
situation, heart hammering, and then suddenly goes back to the pocket dimension. Like, oh, thank God. Oh, I can have a cup of tea.
I love
I'm
this
gonna have a cup of
place,
tea and settle down, and then suddenly just gets yanked back to the material plane. Like, oh no, no, no!
Hold on, hold on.
I'm gonna have to get her she's gonna have to invite me to her pocket dimension one day, and I'll bring wall-to-wall carpet and spruce the place up.
Introduce you to the missus and the 35
Yes.
children.
Yep.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Would you knock first?
Yeah. Okay. Well, she can't see anything. I suppose it could have been mice. Anyway.
Tarathiel still has a reflective chunk of Gelf's grandfather clock. I'm hanging out on the ceiling. Can I just use that to look into the room? The term skulk was used a lot.
Give me a perception check.
It was a creature under something.
Using a mirror, I'm going to give you disadvantage.
Yep, no worries.
Upside down.
Upside down,
backwards,
using a mirror, like Spider-Man style.
Yeah.
All the blood's running into my brain. That's a 9.
9. You don't notice. You don't see the creature. I guess. I mean, nothing's changed, and you guys are looking for the creatures. What my assumption is. So you don't see her.
All right. Farazan says, "I think we should just go in."
Yep.
All right, and he will move into the room, and he will take the torch and kind of toss it out onto that table, the middle table. You know.
You keep throwing things at a room, so you have to go back in and get those things.
Yes. That's expensive.
Let's drink to that magic potion. 8d8 plus 8.
Good.
No.
It's a good item.
He already drank that one a long time ago.
I was
like
telling somebody.
The safest place for healing potions is in your body.
I was telling somebody in one of my home games that we have in my Monday night game that we have a character who's at least drunk 6,000 gold worth of healing potions since we started a year ago.
It's when you really want to look up the addiction mechanics, right? Like,
right.
Got any more of them healing
potions?
All right,
so Farazan, you move in closer to Tarathiel. You're crawling along or walking along the wall. Khaldun, you're staying in the same spot. 3 guys, are they hanging back?
Yes, with their bows.
And when Farazan walks in and kind of tosses the whatever the light bringing device is, I can't think of the word for it. Torch. That's it. He will kind of not yell, but he'll kind of raise his voice and says, "Hello, who is in this room? We do not wish you any harm." As he holds his magical staff in front of him,
fiercely, like eyes furrowed, brows furrowed. Yeah. So you got this big Farazan voice, and it echoes through this large room, and the echo fades. And you hear no response.
It's not a very chatty creature, he says in his mind.
I mean, we don't wish it, but we're happy to supply it if required.
We walk softly and carry a big stick, literally.
No, don't walk softly. Disadvantage on walking softly.
Tarathiel's to walk softly.
All right. If there's nothing, like if he doesn't see anything, there's no response, and if you all do not see anything, I'm going to move into the room, and he will move forward to toward the table.
Yeah, Tarathiel's just going to continue around on the walls.
Okay. Since we're, there doesn't seem to be anything imminently dangerous here, I'm going to start casting Detect Magic.
That's a good idea. I like it.
Okay. As you start casting your ritual,
of course,
everybody roll initiative.
Crap.
Everyone dies.
Ooh.
Oh, geez, that's funny.
That's about the time the Tarash showed up.
Will you stop it with that?
One day it'll be true, and I'll earn inspiration, and it'll be worth it.
It brought shrimp aspect to the potluck. Why?
Oh God! Oh God! Have we told that story? Oh God! It's one of the worst experiences of my life.
We are just coming up on 2 hours. Just kind of as a note.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, I cannot believe it's already been 2 hours. So I'm not gonna tell the story since we're so close. Who got above a 20?
I got a 20.
You got a 20. Khaldun, 15 to 20. 10 to 15.
13.
13. Tarathiel.
8.
Pazel.
4.
Where is Pazel?
She's in the hallway with the dudes.
All right. Khaldun. Nothing has happened, right? You're
Guess
casting
why
your
am I
ritual.
rolling initiative?
Right,
I'm in
exactly.
initiative. What's going on?
So this is going to be essentially a surprise round because you're in the middle of an action. For you, you're actively casting a spell. Okay.
Yes. Nose in book.
Yes.
All right.
But as soon as you start casting that spell, it reappears and it appears to be standing right behind this first bench.
Bearson's like, oh god!
It rears up. It looks like a large frog, a medium-sized frog, but still a big frog. It opens its mouth wide, and its mouth is just full of rows upon rows of jagged, sharp teeth. It's wearing this cloak, takes a deep breath, and just lets out this unholy screech.
Yikes.
And we'll have to see you next week.
It's a screechy frog.
Screeching frog. It's like, I like your cousin Poe better.
This is Grandpa.
Yeah. All right. Next week.
All right, right at 2 hours. Didn't go over to, what was it, 2.5 last time?
It was a bit long, but we were making up for time, whatever. Oh, and Matt, how many episodes are out in podcast form now?
Oh, let's see what's out. Stand by. Let me go check the thing that I checked that I can't remember the name of it.
Please hold. Swap back to smooth jazz.
Accessing. There are all of them. All 12, all the first 12 episodes are now available as podcast at feeds.captivate.fm/Age of Heroes / So if you go to Captivate and search for Age of Heroes, you will see it. Click on that link and it'll get you to the RSS feed that has our first 12 episodes. And I will continue releasing this week, maybe 5 a day. It depends on how busy I get, but we've got 12 that are out and they're in the right order and everything's happy-go-lucky. Just in case you don't know, of course, listening to this episode now, which is episode 56, talking about one that was 50 episodes ago, episodes 6, 7, and 8, I think those, or 7, 8, and 9 are the recaps.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is episodes 7, 8, and 9 are supposed to be recapping 7 and 8, but 7 recaps 6, which we just did the week before. So it's real funny. It's weird. They're not super long, but it's a recap of 2 episodes that we did lose to the internet because I failed to upload them from Twitch to YouTube. So enjoy. It's the first actual 11 episodes of the podcast, but they're 12 episodes. It's going to be, the numbers are going to not make sense because we got vignettes coming out and that's going to expand the numbers and blah, blah, blah. There's no way for me to order them any differently. So enjoy. Thanks for joining us tonight. Cowart, it's always nice to see you out there. Shelly, it's good to see you too. And y'all have a good week.
Luminous Groove was here as well for a while.
Oh, was he? Luminous?
Yeah. But come to the Discord.
Hang out.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.